Having the support of Earth Property buyers agents allowed us to be comfortable in what became the biggest decision of our lives. We're Nick and Sophie Babson. We moved to the Southern Highlands about 3 years ago, and Katie and Adam at Earth Property helped us to find our new home about 18 months ago.
So, if you're totally overwhelmed with buying a home, I know we were, so we just want to tell you a little bit about our story and how Katie and Earth Property made that a reality for us. So we had a bit of a challenging situation where there was a number of circumstances changing all at the same time around policy, around first home buyers. Basically, we were in a situation where we had 3 weeks?
3 weeks to find a house. We had started to look at 19 houses over the course of 3 days, and we realized that we were in over our heads.
Yep. So in our situation, we basically had a really finite period of time, only 1 month, where we had the opportunity to look at houses. We found one that we really liked. It was probably just above our price range, but we were like, I think we could make it work.
And it's definitely above our price range, now that we really understand the cost of owning a home.
Yeah, I think at the time we didn't understand all the on-costs associated with buying a home. And this felt like another on-cost that was possibly unnecessary. And I have to say, I wasn't straight off the cuff completely bought into the idea of a buyer's agent, because I was really worried about spending money that we didn't need to spend. When we got connected with Katie and we talked about the reality of what spending a small amount of money could save us, in our situation, Katie saved us over $100,000, which is pretty remarkable to think about how much our costs would look like now if she hadn't done that. So we are incredibly lucky to have kind of caught Katie just in time before we spent our entire life savings on a home that would have really stretched us financially.
But not only the financial stretch, the general stress of what it means to buy your first home, and not knowing how to negotiate, not knowing how to put the initial offer in. Katie took all of that out of the question. She has really tight relationships with a lot of the realtors in the area, and that allowed us to have more legitimacy as potential buyers putting in an offer. But not only that, we didn't have to figure out how to bargain. We didn't have to figure out what kind of increments you go up when they say no. We gave Katie a number, we gave Katie a budget to work within, and in fact, she helped push our budget down lower to say, you shouldn't be spending more than this on this property. And that sort of advice you can't get from the internet, you can't get from Instagram Reels, you need to actually go to an expert.
Yeah. And there's something about the privilege of, I was in my son's swimming lesson when Katie was like, they accepted it. It's just amazing to be able to live your life, be able to switch off a little bit, keep doing the things that are important to you, at the same time knowing that someone's got your back and they're doing all the hard stuff for you.